down for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Giants. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Shoot.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
It's going to be a long day.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And it's third down.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Cut. 25. Big grip.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And Tate's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards and a giant first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, D. Alert flare, alert flare.
22 jet bomber.
On second and 11 now. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
64, weak.
Jones now on third down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
You draw Corker. Go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Okay, ready?
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Weapon.
Hatch it. Hatch it.
Clear. Get it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 180.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
40 got. 40 got.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
58, right there.
Focus, defense, focus.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
Hey.
First and 10 at the
58 to Mike.
Walk it on.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On second and a yard, Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Carry on Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ready?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Silver.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 24. Watch 24. Check. Lucky.
Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready up.
Guys, fight 51.
Greystone, travel.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Shoot.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ready.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Topper.
Sponge.
Go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Blue 60.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Mike 7.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Gut. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford caught by Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He goes set. Yellow lady.
58.
Yellow lady.
58, boys.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that's complete to Jesse James. And bulldozing his way through. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Go.
Throwing Jones. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We want it. Come to my world.
A final shot before break. Jones looking for Shepard deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check the outs, check the outs.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
We got this.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You can't block.
Hey, 5-0.
Now Stafford. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Stafford now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Switch up, switch.
22. Blue draw Corkers.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Switch. No. Off.
Again, it's Barkley.
Run.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got one.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Ready to go. Big Griffin.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
132 fighter. Lightning. Mike 51. Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Man up, D.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check.
Stafford now to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Hey, alert!
A 1-yard gain.
Hey, exit.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I got it.
57's the Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And James has it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards on the
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I want that. Give me that now.
On 1st down, Barkley.
Give me that ball, defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Protein spill. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. This is Shepard on the catch. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And 5.
Back to throw. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.